What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Just got over here to Brian's shop. Well, that's actually a lie. I've been over here for like 3 hours. I hadn't done much video, and before I had a lot of work to get done, so I wanted to make sure I was focusing on this, and I didn't figure y'all would want to see a bunch of time lapse of me just working on the car, trying to get it, the odds and ends stuff wrapped up. So I got them all wrapped up. Let me show you what we got going on. We're fixing to get fire in the hole. We're going to try to crank this thing up. It is now Thursday night. It's about 10:30 or so. We're supposed to leave to go racing tomorrow. We're racing at North Myrtle Beach on Saturday. So instead of leaving tomorrow, I'm going to take tomorrow to finish the car. Got to put the turbo kit and everything back on it. But hopefully tonight, it's going to crank up. We're not going to have any issues. If we do have any issues, I'm just not feeling it, guys. I've been busting butt on this thing. This is like day number 7 in a row. I was recovering from being sick, and so I'm tired. Got a lot of work got done. Still got a little bit to go, but I don't know that I'm feeling chasing down any problems if we got any. Go to turbojohnracing.com, grab yourself some merchandise, comment, like, and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you guys at North Myrtle Beach on Saturday. I'll let you know. All right, guys, well, here she is in all her beauty. It doesn't look much different from last night. Believe it or not, it did take me like 3 hours to get this done. What I did when I first got here, I put the oil drain line on for the turbo, went ahead and done all the wiring harness stuff. It's not too bad though. I mean, all that stuff is plug and play, so it's usually pretty easy. I created these things a long time ago, a few years back. I might need to start making them, but basically it tells you what it is so that it's easy to plug in. So it makes it a lot easier. Some of them wore off and I lost some of them, but anyway, that stuff's good. So starters on it, had a pain in the butt time getting the torque converter stuff in. It wasn't that bad. The problem is you got to jack the car up and lay on the ground up under it. So it wasn't too bad. Fuel system stuff's done, so that's easy enough. Got a new oil filter on it. Got the oil lines run. So these are a little easier to get to where this stuff is. And this side of the motor definitely seems like it has more room versus over here on this side. I should have took Chief's guidance and get me some plumb bobs and get all of this stuff. I don't know if y'all saw that video or not, but he's got plumb bobs all over the place. Still got my handy dandy wire nuts for my TPS. I think it's going to be okay. Now, the way I prime my fuel system, this pump, it's always a pain in the butt. So this is something that you guys can do and make it a lot simpler. If you pull this belt off, use the drill, and then basically just hold it up and drill it. I have this plug loose, so there's no airlock in there. And then when you see fuel come out, then you tighten it back up. Now the fuel system's primed. That makes a huge, huge difference. Now we will try to start it on brake clean. I don't know if it's going to start right up or not. It may not. We'll hit it with some brake clean, shoot it down the throat there, down the throttle body. I've got to tape these up so we don't have any vacuum leaks. And otherwise, we're going to be good. Something else that took me about an hour to do. I'm going to change it at some point here. It's kind of hard to see down there because it's not really focusing where I need it to focus. But I had to make a spacer for my distributor for my cam sync because for some reason, I mean, it's the same exact race cam, but the block is a little bit different. But it's the same race cam and everything. I figured it would be the same, but for some reason, the distributor would not drop all the way down in the hole. So you know, it felt like it was bottoming out on the oil pump shaft. So maybe the oil pump shaft, I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna probably get me one of those MSD cam syncs that has the little light on it. The thing with this one is it's a half Hall effect, and so it's real simple to set. And hopefully I got this thing set properly. Essentially what you do, I mean, this stuff is pretty easy. You set it on this dot here. Actually, it's not that one. It's the 7th. That's my 0 where I set it. It's the 7th tooth right there. There goes that line. So you roll this over, set it all. Very simple. With this on top dead center, then this rolls around to where that magnet lines up on that line, and then you're set. So that's easy to set up. And then to set the cam sync is pretty easy as well. With this setup, basically you roll the motor backwards till it reaches about 195 degrees. Somewhere you got some variance, you got 30 degrees either way. So about 195 degrees is theoretical perfect. And then you put the cam sync in up there, and then it should be good. Okay, so I mean, we're ready to crank this thing. Let me go get some tape real fast, tape these lines up, and then we're gonna squirt it with some brake clean. And I'm gonna hook the computer up so we can check oil pressure, and we're gonna do fire in the hole in this bad boy. Let's see if we can get it to crank up. All right, guys, she tried to hit one time, but the battery's about dead. I got to charge the battery. I should have already had it on the charger. That little battery is dead. So let's let it charge up for maybe 30 minutes, and then we'll try again. All right, here we go again. Battery is like 60% charged. All right, guys, fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Sounds good. This motor, that thing has the overlap and the valve lobe separation on it. It makes that thing, I had to put a lot of throttle in it. The blade is like 6% open. So probably what I'll end up doing is drilling a hole in the blade just so that I can shut the blade some. Well, you know, I guess it probably doesn't matter on a EFI car, but I have had to do that. In my last one, when I had the big motor in here, I had a hole in the blade. That way the blade was shut a little bit. Really important to do that on a carburetor car. This is a little bit of Rotella mixed with a little bit of methanol mixed with a little bit of Brad Penn. Had 1 quart of Brad Penn, but Brad Penn will be here tomorrow. This is the reason why I don't really like Rotella. I mean, that right there is a lot of mixture. So, you know, generally the Brad Penn kind of resists the mixture a little bit. So we're going to change oil tomorrow when we're at the race, or we'll change it Saturday when we get there. So tomorrow, what we'll end up doing, I'll get over here early in the morning. We'll go ahead and finish putting the turbo kit on it, and hopefully, man, we'll get this thing so that we can get it to the racetrack Saturday. We'll see. I mean, everything seems to be okay. We'll put a timing light on it, verify our timing, but sounds pretty radical, guys. Honestly, sounds pretty good. It hits about what I was thinking it was going to hit. So pretty happy. Doesn't have any blow by, of course. It's a brand new motor, so there's nothing coming out over here. This is, I guess, just from where the oil is slinging in the pan. So, you know, I didn't ever really think about that. But the way, I mean, you know, that's generally about this height. So that might be a problem. I might need to put a pump on this thing, or either get the turbo just a little bit higher so that it can drain a little bit better, which that's a number 12. I mean, shoot, it may need a bigger drain line. But we're ready to go, guys. Well, we're not ready to go, but we are further along now than what we were. So, all right, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. This is awesome. Super excited. Later, guys.